We are here live. Hello, everybody, if anybody's here. This is one of DeWitt 3D Canada. That's me, Tim. One of his impromptu, let's just stream streams. So I don't think there's going to be many people here yet, but let's just see. See if anybody's popped in yet. Stream Elements is the only one watching so far, which is fine. Last minute. One of the main reasons for doing this stream, let me just pop back over there, is that I just want to have this recorded as content for when I'm doing what I'm doing. So I'm going to set up a couple cameras here to capture some of the overhead work. So this is more so just so I get some, as I say, recorded content. Hey, Jerry, how are you? And Jeff Thorson is here. Hey, we are going to enclose this beast. We're going to vent it, knock on wood, hopefully really well out this window here. And I'm streaming just because misery loves company and I want to get some B-roll footage for my video. So what a better way to do it. I'm going to get this floor camera kind of angled and focused here. And down a little bit more. There we go. That's not bad. I think that looks good. Karen Zadie, hello, welcome. Hello and welcome to the live stream. James L. Karen Zadie is my lovely mother-in-law. Joseph Jolly, good evening. Okay, so we have that camera focused. Let's see if this camera is cooperating tonight. And it looks like, follow me over here. It is cooperating. Good. So we are going to enclose the D1 Pro laser so that I can do laser projects all year round, not just in the summer when it's nice in the garage, because in the winter time, out in the freezing garage, doing laser projects is not good. Number one, it's miserable to work in. Number two, it is not good for the laser itself. The old Ortour I had was out in the garage for a while, freezing weather, thawing weather, freezing weather. I don't know if that had any play in what happened to it, but I plugged it in one day just to see how it was working and poof, blew the main board. I just heard a big pop. Maria was out there, she heard it too. It was just like snap and something blew. It's an old laser, I don't care. I disassembled it, just going to use it for parts, but I just don't trust that the cold weather is really good for, number one, the electronics, because you're getting cold warming, you're getting condensation, and then the belts colding and heating the belts can't be good for it. So we are going to do it indoors. So we have our beverage. This is just impromptu. I'm just going to do the build here, and if I have a chance, we'll do a smoke test. Not me smoking, but we'll do a smoke test. And we will see. So what I've got set up is I have sort of rearranged. So this is kind of going to be the temporary home for the K1 on the end of the workbench here, since I still have a lot of space. If we come over this way, I have moved the Voron over beside the rat, I almost called it a rat rig, beside the bamboo. And you'll kind of see behind me is going to be the station for the laser. And then if this camera follows me over even further, you can see there's the window right there. Laser's going to go right behind me, and it's going to vent right out to the window. So it doesn't have a long path to push all that smoke out. So, and I have a 230 cubic foot per minute, 230 CFM, cubic foot per minute blower, that hopefully is going to suck all that smoke from the laser out. So let's see how that goes. So first thing we're going to do is just move this over onto what is going to end up being one of the spoil boards for it. Oh, see the camera, it doesn't like when I turn my back to it. Oh, shoo, hello, I'm right here. Hello. There we go, that's better. I'm going to put it on what's going to be one of the spoil boards. I say one of the spoil boards because we're going to be engraving a couple different spoil boards with a couple different patterns depending on the templates that we want to put on it. So this is maple plywood, really nice, smooth, level, flat plywood, 1/2 inch. So that's what we'll be using as a spoil board for that. And for the enclosure, we will be using this. The XTool portable, enclosure. So let's get at it, shall we? Now, I've also got a few things in the bag down here. This is where 3D printing meets laser engraving, because I 3D printed, designing 3D printing and laser engraving, because I'll show you the parts that I designed and 3D printed today to adapt this to hopefully have my goal of what I want to do and invent it outside. So let's see if this works. You need a t-shirt with a target on the back so the cam will follow me. I do. Speaking of which, I want to make sure my audio is doing the right thing. My audio on my Sunday stream sucked. And I have a feeling it still may be using the wrong microphone. So hang on one second. Yeah, Sunday's audio sucked. So let's get into StreamYard here and see what it's using as a microphone. Audio. No wonder, it's using the wrong microphone. Okay, there. Now, that sound should be a heck of a lot better. You guys tell me if that improved dramatically, if that improved the sound. It should have. Sunday stream, I didn't notice it till I watched it back and I said, damn, better, good. I was using the wrong, I had this on and I wasn't even using it. It was using the microphone on this camera, which is why it sounded echoey, because it's picking me up from across the room. Okay, I just thought of that, so I'm glad I switched that. Thank you, Karen. It is better. Good. It should be really good sound right now. Okay, let's cut this bay open. Now, all honesty, this was cut open at my office. I had it delivered to my office. I cut it open because I had to measure a piece, but I only took one piece out to measure. So, but I didn't open anything other than the one piece, and I'll show you what piece I did take out to measure to 3D print and why. So we are greeted with your typical, as we all know, typical XTool excellent packaging. Okay, we have an envelope here which contains it's a decal warning you of the dangers of lasers. 2 of them, visible and or invisible laser radiation. Okay, cool. That's obviously going to go on a dark background or something because it's on a transparent decal. Cool. And then this is the assembly instructions. And from what I've been watching on YouTube and reading, etc., that you don't really even need the instructions, but we'll see. That's famous last words, right? I don't need the instructions. Instructions are for losers. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, and we are greeted with, now this is the piece I took out. I did take this piece out, and I'll tell you why in a minute, but this is the piece I took out to measure up, whip up in Fusion 360 and reprint. Well, sort of reprint, and I'll tell you why in a bit. And then in here we have another piece. Pull this out. We have this is a 8025 12-volt fan, which we will not be using. So this is going to be a spare, nice big spare fan for me to have around here, and it's brushless. So yeah, it'll be a nice spare fan to have. Why ain't I using it? You'll find out why. Okay, and then we have our where'd that other be? Oh, it's in the bag. We have our ducting hose, if you want to call it. This is 3-inch ducting. Okay, keep that in mind. That becomes important later, the fact that it's 3-inch. And of course, there's another one, but I borrowed it. But we have 2 little ducting hose clamps. Okay, so here we have our cover piece. Just going to put that over on top of the Creality. Now I'm going to switch cameras again because you don't really need the overhead view for this. We're going to get rid of some of their excellent packing. I thank you very much to those companies that use this kind of packing foam versus that breakaway, flaky, crappy styrofoam. Okay, this stuff is so much better, and it really, you can hit the camera. I couldn't do that again if I tried. And then we're going to pull out. We have a power source, and we have a bag with a few screws and some nuts and some bolts and some whatever. And then we have another package of panel sides and stuff here. And only 4 people watching now. Awesome. And that's it. That's the empty box. So this is going to go over here with my other plethora of empty boxes. I'm going to try not to hit the camera, and I'm going to try not, ready? So it's going to be loud. Oh, that wasn't so bad. Okay. So let's go ahead. I was told you don't need them, but you know what? That's famous last words when you say, I can do this without the instructions. So let's go ahead and look at the instructions. On the one side, we have a parts list as to what you get, which based on what I'm seeing, it looks like everything is here. Okay, meet the enclosure. Hello, enclosure, although you can't meet it till after you build it. And on this side is the very, very fast, as you'll see, diagrammatic assembly instructions. Mika Steve, hello, how are you today, sir? Thank you for joining. Okay, so let's go ahead and unpackage these packages. Now, I was going to build an enclosure, but when you consider all the time and the cost of lumber these days, decent lumber, and the fact you'd have to source a window with the material that's safe to look at a laser through, or at least to help you protect from a laser, it actually, when you add everything up, in my humble opinion, it's less expensive to just buy a reasonably priced enclosure. You know what you're getting. It's designed specifically for this machine. It's going to be safe. It's going to vent. I don't have to worry about things fitting, things not fitting, having to recut a piece of wood, having to pay to have the wood cut or milled out the way I want it, et cetera, et cetera. So, okay, we have one piece here. I'm just going to move a couple things off to the side. So we have that piece, which is one of the sides. We have a nice little XTool logoed strap there where we're going to be able to strap some tools and children and everything in. We have the other side, which is obviously where the blower is going to go. You would have done well in vaudeville. Vaudeville? What's vaudeville? What's vaudeville, he says. We have another, and this is nice stiff material. And apparently, I'm not going to do the test. You can go online and do the test. You see people do the test. I don't want to scar my pretty enclosure, but you can take a torch to this, and it is fireproof. To what degree, I don't know. I'm not going to sit here for 15 minutes and hold a torch to it and melt it and burn it, but apparently it is very much fireproof. So, okay. So one of the first things we need to do is install the, this is so cool. Oh, and it smells good. It's new. I mean, oh, that's awesome. Okay. So we have our hole for the exhaust fan. Now, the way this is supposed to work is you take this is called a shroud, a port, of whatever you call this. Okay, and the fan with the label pointing out, because you want the air blowing out, is supposed to go onto this. Then you're supposed to take all this and screw this into your, or it goes outside, or one or the other. Anyway, I think the fan goes inside, and this goes through here. We're not using the fan. And so I'm probably also going to have to find some shorter screws. And I'll show you why we're not using the fan. Vaudeville. Isn't vaudeville the place where they acted in the old-time movies and so forth? I could turn the camera to black and white if it make me look more like a vaudeville person. Wada vada boom. Okay. So in this bag are a few goodies. One of them I'm not bringing out yet, but here is why I'm not using that little built-in fan. I have a circular duct fan, which is 230 CFM, 230 cubic foot per minute. That's what we're going to be using to clear the air out of this. I think that will blow a little more air than this, in my humble opinion. So, jokes. Oh, vaudeville jokes. Oh, okay. Somebody told me once I'd make a good stand-up comedian, but I can't write material so well. I think now, being on YouTube and being a YouTuber for the last couple of years, I have no problem standing up in front of people. I'm less shy around people. So, yeah. 3D printed part. We'll talk about that. 3D printed part. I didn't design this one. And we have a couple more 3D printed parts. And what else do we have in here? These have nothing to do with what we're doing right now. And there's that other clamp I borrowed. And we have a few more 3D printed parts, which is to stabilize the laser on the spoil board. That's a whole other topic. Address the ball. Address the ball. And this is something that's not coming out right now. Okay, so what I did is I basically, in Fusion 360, I don't know, 10 minutes or whatever, I just redesigned this part. Okay, so it's pretty much maybe a little different that way, but here, let me switch over here. So I just whipped this off today, Fusion 360. So that's the part that came with it. I just quickly redesigned this part, whipped it, printed it out on the bamboo in 30 minutes or something to print. Okay, and now, so the reason is this duct is 4-inch. Okay, this is 3-inch, and this ducting is 3-inch. So of course we needed adapters. Now, I went and looked at the hardware store online. I could have bought an adapter for $12, or I could have gone into Fusion 360, spent 10 minutes whipping this out, designing it, and printed out for about 20 cents a filament. Well, for me, no cents a filament. This happened to be a roll of Graytech filament that was sent to me for review, and beautiful print from it. So there we go. So there's two different ones, okay? One of them, so this is going to replace this inside the enclosure. This is going to come out through the enclosure. And which one is it? It's this one here. So we will have a little bit of a, and this does work. This little clamp will go on here. This is going to be outside the enclosure. That is a really nice snug fit. And when we move that little clamp over and put it on, that's actually a nice tight snug fit. This is going to pressure fit onto this, which I'm not going to push it all the way on right now, but that'll pressure fit right onto that. This is going to pressure fit onto this side of this because it was designed to pressure fit. This is going to go onto here. This is going to go out to my window. So this is the idea, that this is going to basically vent out that the smoke from the chamber, and it should do a good job. Vaudeville, popular chiefly in the U.S. type of entertainment. Oh, in the U.S. And then eventually we have this curved 3-inch duct. Oh, wrong camera. Curved 3-inch duct thing that's going to go sort of on a board that's going to slide in the window. We're going to open the window, close it on this, and then this ducting will come in so that I can run it kind of sideways and over down to the engraver. So that is the. And we move that clamp out of the way. This comes out. Pop that clamp off for now. So again, 3D printing meets lasering. I mean, these parts, 12, 24, 25, 30 bucks, and half-hour design time and maybe an hour and a half of printing time, and save some money. So there we go. So now, obviously, all I need to do with this right now is screw this in here. But obviously those screws that came with it are going to be a little bit long. So let's see what they are first. If I can find where I put the package of them, right here. I'm pretty sure they're just M3s. Why buy when you have the means to make? Exactly. Don't buy it, make it. Okay, so the only thing I'm going to be short one of, well, maybe not, is one of those clamps, but I think I can get away without a clamp on this end, so we'll see. But I'm pretty sure these are just M3s. So this is longer because it's meant to go through the fan as well. So come on over here. Let's grab the, I know you're not going to like it because I turned my head. Oh, look at that. It followed me. Let's grab my toolbox here. And let's look at some M3s. And let's see if that in fact is an M3. Do I have any button heads? I do, right here. Let's just make sure. No, it's not an M3. So maybe it's an M4. And if it's not, then we're going to make it work anyways. M3, M3. This is my M3. That's all M3s. Let's open this one. See what we got. Oh, come on. I turned my back for a second and what are you pouting? It's like you're pouting now. Look at me. Look at me. Oh, you're not. See, it's being stubborn now. It said, if you don't want me to track your face, I'm turning the face tracking off. Come on, let's go. There we go. Okay. Let's see if I have any M4s in here. I don't think. These are M5s and M6s. Where are my M4s? Let's just see what I got in here. No M4s. I got one more place to look. Did you miss me? There we go. Okay. M2s. Oh, M4 is not a really common size. Spare parts for my Mark III Prusa. I doubt very. Oh, hang on. Those might be M4s right there. Hang on. I might be able to steal some pieces from here. Let's just grab one of these. This looks like an M4 to me. And by golly, tell me you're an M4. You are an M4. Look at that. Okay. Question is, do I have 4 of these? 1. Come on. Come on. I thought I saw a few. There's 2. And 3. One more. And one more. Let's find one more here. Of course, when I go to do my final video, I'm going to edit this looking part out. There's 4 of them. Good. We found them. Let's hope I don't ever need them for my Mark III. Okay. Let's put these back so I don't trip on them. Oh, you're lucky. Are you following me anymore? No, you're not. You lost me again, didn't you? I'm telling you. These cameras that follow your face are great as long as you don't turn your back to them. Okay. So we've got those 4 pieces. We've got our 3 nuts. We don't need these long ones right now, so we'll put them aside for now. So let's go ahead and attach this part now. Hopefully these aren't too long or too short. Let's just see. Actually, I think I'll go through from this side. There we go. And then the nut on this side. Oh, maybe these are too short. Oh, no, I think they'll just work. Let's just see. Here, let me switch over to this guy for you. Here we go. Let's just see if this will work. Whoops. It might be a little bit too... it's just a tad too short. Okay, that's not going to work. They're a little bit too... They're just that tiny bit too short. What's an M4? Yeah, no kidding. What's an M4? Okay, well, let's push you back through. This is where I need to... This is where I need to come up with an alternative. Let's see. Okay, these ones are too short. Let's just see if I have anything else in my little case here. I have all kinds of different sizes screws, but you know, figures. I wonder if I have any over. Hang on one sec. It's what I get for modifying things, right? It's what I get for modifying things out of the and going off of a different set of instructions. Okay. This camera's not working now. Doesn't want to do it. Let's go back to this guy. Let's just be right over here. I'm just going to grab another couple cases here. See if I can find anything that may work. That may work. Is there M4s in here? Let's just see. M4s. Okay. I think I have a few M4s in here. Hey, Andrew Humphrey. Hey, Stephen Poole. Bear with me 1 second, guys. We'll just turn that off, and go here, and then we will. There, I think this is going to be okay now. There we go. Okay. So I think there's M4s in here. Let's see. M4s, we do. Okay. That's a bit long, so here we have. Well, okay. Well, we're going to have to go a little longer than I want, but that's okay. They're going to be on the inside, so it will make a big deal. Still waiting to hear back from you on the messenger about the sticker. I know. You did messenger me, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to message you back with my email, or you can email me at my office, which is tim@kkp.me, and email me your address, and I will send it out to you. I just need an address. But of course, you want to send an address over a secure method. So by emailing me at my business, that's not a big deal. Okay, I didn't want flatheads for this. These are flatheads, but you know what? They're going to do the job. So I'll poke these through. Okay. Like so. And we'll grab my 3D printed part that we are replacing with the black one. And that's going to work perfectly. And then we'll throw the nuts on here. Okay. I was going to say there's a hole in it here. That's the hole for the air assist. Okay. Okay, now we're making some progress. Okay, so I'm just going to snug these up. I don't think I have to worry too much about. Yeah, I don't even need to get a wrench on the other side. These will be plenty tight just holding the nut with my hand. Stop it, whoever's going to say it. Stop it. Oh, and those flatheads are working just fine with this. They don't look too bad at all here. Is there a stray behind? Is there a story behind the bird on my arm? Yes and no. It's basically the peace dove. It's from a previous relationship, and it's ink and it's permanent, but it's just a peace dove. And with the 1 Corinthians 13, which is the as you all know, that's the verses in the Bible about love. It's a peace dove. It means we should all love one another. And then there's a story behind that one, which is an octopus and a shark. And there's a story behind that one. Diving tattoos. Are we going to cooperate now? No, we're not. We're still not going to cooperate, are we, camera? Boop. Wrong one. Boop. There you are. I don't know what's going on with this camera tonight. It's rather actually annoying me tonight. Okay, so we have this piece on, and it doesn't look bad. It looks really good there. Now the only issue I'm going to have is with as far as how high this blower is going to sit, and I may need to put a piece of wood or something under it so that we're not straining on this. So, but that's okay. So we got that on. I'm taking far too long to do this. Now they say to put the machine here to build it around. So let's do that because you want to fit it so it's going to be a nice snug fit around the laser. So what I'm going to do for that, because I need a table big enough, is I'm going to put my second spoil board which is this piece here. This piece here. We'll put that on the table. We will grab the D1 Pro. We'll put that on the table. Now, just so you know, what's going to happen is we have these little feet here. So we have these little feet that look like this. Okay, there's 4. I've actually got a bunch of them here. I've got some gray ones and some red ones. And so these little feet will end up going under the legs of the laser here. And those little feet will screw onto the board. Okay, they'll screw onto the board. That red one's a tight fit for some reason. The gray one's a much better fit. Yeah. Anyways, it'll screw onto the board. And you know where I'm going with this, right? So that, and then we're going to engrave our spoil board so that if I have to lift the laser to put the extension legs on or anything like that, when I put it back on, it's in the exact same spot. And the pattern or the grid on the spoil board, because we're going to use absolute coordinates with this laser, the grid on the spoil board, I can still place everything where I need to, and it's going to be perfect. So that's what these legs are for. But we'll get to those. Actually, we should put them on now. I wonder if I should put them on now before I put the enclosure on. No, because I can always lift the enclosure off and put them on after. Yeah, let's do that. This is about the enclosure. Yeah, very amicable, good memories, etc., etc. Yep. It's all good. Okay. Let's get on with this. So, according to this, we want to put the one side on that we just did. It's going to go with the way they're saying. So we want to go this way, like so. Okay. Is that light? That camera seems very dark. I don't know for some reason. Anyways. And then we want to put the back on. So the back is, let's see, is this piece right here. So this is all Velcroed together. So the back is like so. Now, from what I understand, there's going to be some adjustments that'll need to be made in this in a minute. So there's that. Here, let's switch to the other camera. It'll give you a better view of this. There we go. And then we put the second side on. And the nice thing about this one, if you look at this piece, this is the second side, and this is the bottom of the second side. It's got a nice vent there for flow through, because you need flow through air with your air sucker thing. So you have to have a positive pressure as well as your negative pressure. Otherwise, it won't clear the smoke. So let's put this over here, like so, kind of like that. It's kind of crooked. Kind of like, that's pretty good right there. Okay, then we have the front, and then we put the front on, which is this little like U-L-shaped one. Just like so. There we go. So far looking so good. And yeah, that'll just lift right off and over. Okay, so that's there. And then we have the cover. So here's the cover. So we'll pop this open. There we go. Cover's got a nice piece of protection on this, covering the nice laser protective yellow film there. Not going to be too fussy about removing all that. Turn this over. We have the nice little 2-color logo on there. And we'll peel off this side. Nice, clear, solid, flat window for looking through and watching our print. Let me just see if I can get a bit of that off on the other side here. There we go. And then the cover goes on the back. So this sits kind of like kind of like this, Velcros to the back like this, and so comes down and magnetic enclosure just like that, and that fits nicely. There is no, it's sitting nicely, sitting flat. Then you open it up. Now they have two straps here. Now this is one of the things that I was that some of the other people who have built this and reviewed it didn't like. Let's see how it works. You snap this on and you snap this on, and what they were saying is that these straps needed to be a tad longer. It's pulling that Velcro off here. Hang on. There we go. I didn't quite get it Velcroed in the middle. That's why. There we go. Because they're saying when it opens like that, it has a tendency to flop closed. But it's not bad. That's reasonable. I think that's pretty reasonable there. Here, let's flip over to this guy. And are you going to follow my face again now? Are you done with being a... No, you're not done with being a jerk, are you? But we can do this. And so, yeah, there we go. So we pull this down, over. It's got two nice strong magnets here. Close it and go. And it's all ready to go. Okay, we have a Velcro strap here for some reason. We have a Velcro pad over here so that if you want to store your XTool screwdriver or whatever, you can store your tools, but I don't know if I'll use that. We'll see. Don't forget the small side flaps on the top. Are there small side flaps? Where are the pieces? Small side flaps on the top. Let's see. Did I forget something? Oh, on the top. Oh, that's where they are. Okay. Oh, you're smart. Look at you, Andrew. That's why there's Velcro there. That one and that one. Look at you. Yeah, those ones. Okay. I wondered why there was Velcro there. There. And we put this here, and then that. Yeah, that stays open fine for me. Maybe they did lengthen them, because in some of the videos I watched, it was only opening up to about here. Maybe they did lengthen them a little bit. Boom and boom. There we go. That's better. That's much better. Okay. Thank you, Andrew. What sort of projects am I planning? I have a lot of stuff planned, like a ton of stuff. Coasters, cutting. I mean, it's limitless. I have been watching so many videos and getting so many ideas of what to do with this thing. It's scary, very scary. Okay, with this done. So now the idea behind here is that I'll put this adapter on here. Is that the right one? That's the wrong piece. This is the right piece. So this adapter is going to go on here. Okay. I need to find, this is going to go on here. I just need to come up with something that's going to hold this up. I mean, it's not super heavy. It'll hold itself, but still. And then this adapter, oh, you can't really see that. And then this adapter is going to go in the end for the blowout. And then the hose is going to go from here to the window. So that's kind of the idea for that. So let's go ahead, and now that we have the enclosure kind of built, let's go ahead quickly and screw down those legs. So I can now lift this right off, which is really nice. Okay, let's put that over here. So let's go ahead and put these legs on. Now I don't have to have this thing perfectly squared or centered on here, but being anal like I am, I'm going to put it as, centered on this board as I can. I have two boards, this one and of course the one I put over here. So we're going to pop the feet down. Now the tricky part for this is going to be screwing these feet down in place, but I can actually see the one screw hole there, no problem. And we'll put the legs on this one. Now, Louisiana hobby guy, Rich, he's the guy I'm getting, that I got the spoil board template from. And he also had these leg template you could get that you cut out of wood for these legs. But I thought, you know what? I've got a 3D printer. Let's just 3D print these legs. So that's why we did this. But the issue now is I got to make sure they stay. So what I'm going to do as a temporary measure is I'm going to grab, I'm going to do something just as a temporary measure for now. So what we're going to do, as you can see here, I have my activator and my glue. I'm going to glue these legs down. That way, I'll glue them down. They will stay. Then I can lift this up and then I'll screw them down. So they'll just be glued and screwed. Oh, man. I can't believe I said that. Mind you, there's only 8 people watching, so that's not bad. And I'll edit that out. Okay, so I'm going to be learning to edit pretty soon. So, yeah. Is this open? Ooh, yeah, it is. Okay, so I'm going to just, I don't know if this will work on wood. We're going to find out. So I'm going to lift it up. I'm going to put a bit of glue on the wood there. We'll settle that down. Let's give it a spray. See if that'll actually, oh, maybe what I needed to do was, no, I know what I needed to do. That's kind of dumb. What I need to do is turn this over or sideways. This is what I need to do. And don't fall. Famous last words, don't fall. I need a rag. There's my rag right over here. Dirty rag. I'm going to wipe this glue off. So this is what we're going to try to do. We're going to put some glue on these pieces, just a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here. I just need just enough to hold this down while I screw it. Okay. Now I'm going to spray the corners. And let's see if this will actually do what it's supposed to do. Get it in place. Kind of there, and there. I don't know. Again, I don't know if this will work on wood. We'll find out in a second if this will actually work on wood. And that one did. I think it did. By golly, you know, I think it actually worked. It's going to hold that long enough for me to screw it. I'm so glad there's only 8 or 9 people on here. Okay, so now if I carefully lift the laser up. Oh, no, that one popped up. You're not supposed to pop up. Okay, stay put. And stay put. This one's lifting. We have one that's uncooperative. Okay. No, 2 that are uncooperative. Weird. These back 2 are fine. Okay, so let's do this. This is you went there, didn't you? Yeah, I went there. Okay, so we have these back 2 that are not being cooperative. So we're going to give it another dose. And we'll do the same on this one. Because the front 2 seem to stay well. Oh, this is, no, I'm going to have to use a different one here. Matter of fact, because there's glue buildup on them, I'm going to use 2 different ones. That's why I did extras. Okay, that one. And we have another one here. Always print extra parts, especially these little things. So now we'll give that a good spray there and a good spray there. And we'll put this one on here. And we'll put this one on here. There we go. Let's see if this works. There we go. Porous. Yeah, wood is probably too porous. I just need it to hold temporarily. Just hold temporarily. And the front ones did. And the back ones, that worked. There we go. There we go. Let's put you over here for a moment. You're not going to fall. Good. Okay. There we go. That held long enough for me to do what I got to do. And take my 6" by, or my number 6 by 3/4 inch screws, my power screwdriver, and my bit. Let's see. This is the bit I need right here, I believe. Certainly is. And let's see if I can't just get these to go in with no issues. Okay, 1. Here. 2. 3, and it's not, oh good, they're not too long. I was gonna say, am I screwing it to my bench? Screw good now, yep. There we go. And let's turn it. Here we go. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Legs are all screwed on. Okay, let's always put your tool away when not in use. Well. Okay. Now, if we bring the laser back over, it should, as long as everything worked out in my favor, we should be able to pop it right back in. Oops. That freaked me out for a second. Right back exactly where it should be, which is right there. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Yep. And then that way, it is not budging on that spoil board. And when I engrave the spoil board, Bob's your uncle. Now let's just, let's go ahead and lower to engraving height just for fun. And let's just make sure is the actual spoil board level. Ooh. Oh yeah, we're good. Oh, we seem to be high on this end for some reason. So either the spoil board is crooked or I'm not in far enough on the sides. Huh. Oh, should be good. Let's see. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we're good. We're a little high on this side. So what I may end up having to do is just put a shim in one side. But the board itself doesn't look warped. That's why I went with 1/2 inch instead of 1/4 inch. But that said, we're good. Actually, Wayne's your uncle. I actually have an Uncle Bob. Okay, now, okay, we're going to move over here. So what I'm going to do is force this camera right here. I'm going to force it over, kind of. right here. And I'm going to try not to get in your way too much. So we're going to bring this enclosure over, put it over top of the laser. Okay, now we're going to take this other spoil board off of here. I need to get a different camera angle over here. So you guys are kind of my guinea pigs as I set up cameras for getting some B-roll here. So just so you know. So let's go ahead and switch to this camera. Oh, yeah, fade to black, right? Love it when the camera doesn't work. What's going on here? Floor cam, deactivate, and activate. What is going on with this camera? Hang on one sec, guys. I obviously have a plug undone. That's not plugged in. And this is plugged in. Here we go. Let's try it now. Deactivate and activate. Okay, for some reason that camera does not want to work. Huh. It says it's on. Oh, I wonder. Tell me it's not. No, it's not that it's... No, it's just not on at all. Okay, well... Okay, then we're going to go to plan B. Or plan C. C or B, whatever. Because what's going to happen is if I use that other camera, I'm going to be right in the way of it. And I need... I definitely need to have a camera over that end. So hang on 1 second for me. There we go. Okay, let's bring this cable over here. We're going to bring this camera all the way down here. Thank goodness for long cables. Okay. And can I zoom out a little bit? Or am I zoomed out all the way? I am zoomed out all the way, it figures. Okay, so possibly we'll be able to see what's going on right here. But we'll see. Okay. Now we're going to carry this whole caboodle over here, like so, to its home. Kind of like here, right about there. I'm going to have to move the Voron over eventually when I put a spool on, but we'll worry about that because the key thing right now is this guy. Okay, and let's bring our fan over. Okay, so this is going to go on here like so. I don't like the fact that that's hanging, but I can always, what I can do for this is if I get in here, am I going to be blocking the whole view? No. I can turn this up sideways. I can actually mount a board here and actually mount this to a board. For now, that's okay. That's just going to hold right there for now. Okay, now we're going to grab our little ducting hose from a bucket of water. Form a bucket of water. What? Yeah, I'll use a bracket or a board. I'll make something for that. So here's our hose. Just hopefully this is long enough. Let's see how long we got here. Oh, that should be long enough for where I got to go. So what we'll do is we'll throw our little clamp on here. Hey, John. Okay, so we will throw our clamp on here, slide that down a little bit. Okay, now let's go ahead. Let's go clamp this on. Wonder twins. One could be the animal, the other form of water. What are you guys talking about? Do a bracket with a French cleat and then lift up off the cover. Yeah, I got to do something. For now, we're okay. I'm not going to panic about it right now, but I'm not going to leave that like that as a permanent thing. Let's go back to this. What I need to do first, though, is I need to grab that other clamp. Here we go. So I'm going to sneak in behind here. So we're just going to pop this off of here. We're going to grab this other clamp because this clamp does put a little bit of pressure on this print. We'll grab that other clamp. We'll push it in and we'll just clamp that in, and yeah, that'll hold it pretty good for now. Not going anywhere for now, but again, we will eventually get this fixed in here permanently. Then we're going to come on here and we're going to put this 3-inch hose, and I'm in the way of the camera, aren't I? Kind of, maybe, I don't know. If I move this over a bit more, here we go. So we're going to see, hopefully this hose will fit over my adapter. It should. Let's take it off of here first. And then let's get the hose here. Now let's get my little adapter here shoved in here. It's a nice tight fit, which is fine. We want to kind of want a tight fit because we don't want any smoke leaking into the studio. So get this pushed on, twist it on. Doo-doo-doo. Here we go. Here we go. It's a moving. There it is. We'll take the clamp, move the clamp up, and there we go. Clamped on. Hello? Hello? Luke. I'm your father, Luke. Okay. We'll put this on here. Like so. There we go. Okay. Now, this guy. Okay. Hang on. There we go. Now, this guy is going to go, if I can kind of tilt this up. Now, you can't kind of see really behind it, but right up here, I have a window. Okay, what we're going to do is this is going to be cut out of the video, this part. We're going to move this camera out of the way, and we will see if I can't go ahead and do this. Aha. Like so, and focus. There's my window to the outer dwellings of outside. There. Okay, now, so the idea is going to be that this is going to reach over here. Now, I have to actually make an adapter for the window. So basically what I want to do is when I'm engraving, I want to have this open, put an insert in there, boom, close the window on that insert. This little guy will be attached to the insert. This will go on here like so. That's why I need a third clamp. Okay. You kind of get the idea for now. But if I kind of just get this on here like so, that'll go in the insert, and boom, Bob's your uncle will be blowing smoke outside. And so yeah, but for now, for doing a test, let's just go ahead and slide the window. Just sort of like that for now. Hopefully the wind's not going to blow any smoke back in if I do a quick smoke test here. So there we are. Whew, that was a lot of work. Yes, was trying to remember. Oh, you guys and your conversations, I'm out of it here. You guys are just watching the entertainment. That's all good. Okay, so let's put our super glue away. We don't need that anymore. And now I need to, now an important part is I need to actually hook it up to the computer. So another cool feature about this, I don't know if you'll be able to see it on this camera, so let's, thank goodness I have a mobile camera. I'm going to be doing a lot of cutting out of this video. Or if you're actually watching the live feed of this video, you're going to be doing a lot of fast forwarding. So we take the floor camera. Aha, nice view of this. Perfect. So right here, if we look down a little bit more, you'll notice that there is a nice opening there for all the plugs. So I'm going to go grab the power plug, the brick. That's not it. That's my laptop brick. And here's the brick for the laser. So I got to find a home for all the power and everything yet. So what happens here is there's a nice opening in here that will allow for plugging in. Now, if you, let me open the top here. You'll notice that it's a nice wide opening. If you happen to put the riser legs on, you can actually just open that up, and then that'll rise these plugs up, and your plugs will just ride up and down the slot. If you're not putting the riser legs on, they have this really handy little cover that you just Velcro inside. Boom. Like so. And you are like so. Oh, sorry. Wrong way. There's actually two pieces in here, I just noticed. So there's two pieces in here. And you actually go around and you can actually put it in kind of like, oh, don't you love Velcro? Oh, this Velcro is so sticky. Like that and kind of like that. What I'm trying to do is basically show you, that one's a bit too high, that they have this cover. That one's a bit too high. Oh, man, folks, this is awful embarrassing. And that cover kind of goes on there just to prevent smoke and stuff from coming out, and it exposes your critical parts there. And then we'll just throw that other piece of Velcro up top here. So there we go. So that if we raise the actual laser with the elevated feet, the plug will go up, and there's two of these, so you can cover the bottom one and cover the top if it's in the middle, etc., etc., etc. Whew. Oh, a lot of editing going to come out of that sucker. The first burn should be Zon or Genya. What? Zon or Genya? Zongenya. Okay, so now we can go ahead and we can plug power in. And for my power brick, let's move this over a bit now. Okay, for my power brick, I'm going to run it probably back. Let's switch cameras again here, people. We're going to switch back there, and then we're going to switch over right to there. And focus and footage. Good. Hi. So for the power brick, I'm going to run it kind of just under, off to the side here. I'm going to run it in behind, and I have a power bar on my bench here, so I can plug the power in right here. Just like so. Okay, power bar on. Okay, now I need to plug in the USB. Now I'm probably going to run this off of my main computer. Okay, so what I'm going to end up doing, let me just switch back again. There we go. How many people? Scroll up. The first burn, scroll up. Scroll up. John, I'm too busy to scroll up. Tim, your first burn should be a signed fire warning sign. Yeah. What are you saying? Thanks to Rick Moranis, you're carrying the hose. Hopes this is bad form. My jokes usually, oh, you hoser. Yeah, okay. I kind of get it. First burn's just going to be something to generate some smoke. So what are we at? We're at 7 o'clock. Not bad. Okay. I need to get my USB extension. I have a USB extension cable somewhere. Let me see. Hang on. Oh, I had to move a drawer to get that to accommodate that. So hang on 1 second. USB extension right here. Okay, we got a USB extension cable because I don't have USB long enough to go from the back of my computer. right over to the laser. So, of course, I've lost my snippers in the meantime. Oh, there they are. Okay. So I'm going to come around here, and we're going to hook up a USB cable to the computer. Whoop! Howdy, people. Hey, Zach. Okay, so I do happen to have an open USB port on this computer. There we go. So let's go ahead. Cable management is something to be desired in this studio. And I'm sure there's a lot of studios that can say the same thing, but it's all behind the scenes, so too bad. Nobody actually ever sees it. Okay, well, we'll manage that cable a little bit later. We'll manage that cable better a little bit later. Okay, so now, if this guy can come back over here, like, there we go. Okay, so I have my USB cable, I have my extension right here. So we'll plug into the extension, and I'm going to have to actually run that a little neater later. This will all be tidied up. Okay, and then let's go behind this other camera so I don't end up knocking it over. And then we can plug our USB into said laser. It is on now. Okay, the $50 question. Let's move all this junk out of the way, some of this junk out of the way here. Oh, the other thing I got to do is, yeah, sorry, I forgot. I have a speed controller. I have a speed controller for the blower. So basically, I plug the blower into here, I plug this into the power, and then that way I have an on-off. That way I have an on-off switch and a speed controller for the blower, because if you plug the blower in right now, it's just constantly on. So let's find the power cord to the blower, which is right here. I don't like the way that's hanging, but it's, as I say, we're going to fix that. And I know anybody that sees this and says, man, look how your blower is just hanging in midair there. We're going to fix that. But for the purposes of demonstration right now, we're leaving it on. Of course, that can't fit into my stinking power bar back here because the plugs are the wrong way. I can't plug it in this way. So I need to, for now, get an extension cord until I get this wired up a little more permanently. So let me go grab an extension cord. We have no shortage of extension cords here. Where are my extension cords? I'll just use this power bar for now. If this will plug into that, no, that won't plug into my plug there either. So for now, I'm going to find a different extension cord. I need a 3-pronger. What's wronger? It's a 3-pronger. Oh, I know what I can do. I'm going to walk in front of the camera. Whoop. This little guy might come in handy right now. This little thing. You guys have probably seen one of these. Don't worry. Be happy. So let's pull this. So let's plug this in here, like so. Oh, this will actually probably be good to plug the laser in too. Anyways, we're going to run this down over here. Okay, down behind, in behind the blower. There we go. Now, there we go. So, this is like a comedy act, I swear. Okay, we got our extension. We're going to grab our speed controller, plug our speed controller in here, and then we'll grab our fan, and we'll plug our fan into the speed controller. Like so, and let's see if it works. And it works. And is it sucking? It is sucking. Oh yeah, it's sucking good. And off. Okay. We're going to figure this out. I'd like to have this so that I have the speed controller maybe mounted somewhere, et cetera, et cetera. But for now, it's just going to sit right there. I'm going to pull this camera out of here. Out of the way. Here we go. Less things for me to trip on. 50 in February. Only 50, John? Oh, man. You're just a spring chicken. Okay. So we have that plugged in. We have the speed controller plugged in. We have the exhaust fan plugged in. Only thing we haven't done is ensured, do I have light burn on this PC? I know that I've also got to get the XTool software in order for me to, I'm just going to go grab my chair over here. I need the XTool software in order for me to set some settings on the actual XTool itself. So, but I haven't done that yet, but that's okay. I'm just going to do something quick at a light burn right now, just to ensure this is working. And then when I know this is working, then we'll grab ourselves some dinner. Okay. So let's go ahead and focus on the star of the show for a moment. Oh, now the face tracking's working. Yes. Stupid computer. And where's my mouse? There's my mouse. Okay, so Tim, I need a banner and some artwork for my side hustle. Can I hire you? You sure can, Zach. You sure you want to? Depending on where you're located, think of postage. But absolutely, no problem at all. Yes, indeed, you can. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and minimize. And let's move this chat window over here. There we go. Oops, come on. Do. Froze. Who's froze? I'm not froze. You guys are nuts. Who's froze? You're froze. You are froze. Okay. Let's minimize this. Let's close this. Let's go ahead. I can share my screen. I don't think there's anything on here you guys can't see. Bit focus, that's just got to kind of stay. I wish I could minimize that window. That's just the companion running for my Stream Deck. Okay, do I have light burn on here? Let's just see. I do have light burn, but I'll bet it's not the latest. Let's see what happens here. I think there's an upgrade since then. Yeah, a new version is available. Would you like to download? Let's go ahead and get the newest version. Why not? Oh, there's the stream I'm on right now. 36 views, 11 concurrent viewers, average view duration 17 minutes. What? I mean, you guys aren't staying with me the whole time. The download will be handled by your browser. Please quit Lightburn and run the installer when the download's complete. Okay, let's quit Lightburn. And we'll go to downloads. Did my stream freeze for anybody else? Am I frozen? Can you hear me? According to my YouTube and everything, I'm still active and live. Okay, downloads and Lightburn 41401. Let's go ahead and double click that and install the updated Lightburn. My license should be up to date and everything on it. So only for a second, like 4 minutes ago. Okay. Chat's a little behind probably. And create desktop icon. Why not? Let's install it. There we go. Launch Lightburn. Yes, launch it. Finish. And I believe I'm going to have to, there we go. Now I'm going to have to do that. I'm going to have to add the laser to this. So we're going to go devices and we're going to import. Oh, let's turn the laser on. There we go. Just to make sure that it sees it. So we'll import, and I believe I downloaded this earlier, and I believe it is, no, where did I download it to? Desktop. No. Where did I download it to before? Got it back. Good, good. There is a file I'm looking for. John knows exactly what I'm looking for. I thought it was in my downloads folder, but I guess it's not. So I'm going to have to go to, let's cancel that for a minute. Let's open up the interwebs. Let's open a window. Let's go to XTool.com. And I believe it's under, okay, that's good for you. And I believe it's under support, and it's under machine note, Facebook, material settings, track my order. Yeah, let's allow, I don't care. I believe it's Help Center, XTool D1 Pro, and software with Lightburn. Here we go. And I need to download this file right here. Okay, I thought I'm positive I downloaded that before already, but oh, it was on the laptop. That's why. It was on the laptop. Okay, devices, import. Now in my downloads, there it is. I got to import that one, open, and that should be all I need to do. Okay, and it's on COM5. Let's go ahead and hit home and see if it actually recognizes it. No, it's not connected. Or maybe I'm not in the right COM port. COM5, devices. Let's double check, make sure we're on the right plot. Yeah, we're good. We're on USB, whatever size is. We're going to rear left. Okay, finish. It should be there, COM5. It's the only thing using a COM port right now. Okay, maybe actually I had to restart Lightburn before, so let's exit Lightburn and we'll just restart it. Okay. Oh, I know why. I got to select the laser here. That helps. That's what I didn't do before. I have to select the laser down in the bottom there. I think my beautiful image is in the way anyways. Yeah, my beautiful image is in the way, but I have to actually select the laser from the bottom right where you guys can't really see it right now. Okay. Now what we'll do is we'll switch to this camera and we will move this over. Let's take that off of there. Let's go ahead and move this over. Wrong way. It always goes the way I don't want it to go. There we go. Now, okay, now we'll hit home and it should home the laser now. There we go. And it's homing the laser. So we know Lightburn is talking to the laser, okay, which is good. Okay, so let's go ahead and burn. Let's do a burn test file. Let's grab something to burn first. So I'm going to grab, what do I have? I have just a piece of birch plywood, Baltic birch plywood. Just oh, it's too nice actually to do a test burn on. I love the smell of that. I brought something else down right here. An offcut from my spoil board. We'll just burn something on this. So let's give that a try. Okay. So I'm going to bring in this other camera so you guys, well, not so you guys can see so much. Well, yeah, so you guys can see, but I also want to get some footage on this for when I make my video. Because you know, it killed the radio star. I know, that's really bad. Sharks with what? Okay, floor camera. And that's kind of there. And then we're just going to kind of focus a little bit there. Yeah, it's not that much light back here, which I'm going to have to fix that when I do some videoing of this anyway. So we'll just throw this piece in here. Okay, and I'm just going to burn anything. This is just basically the smoke test. So we'll come up here, we'll focus on this board by dropping our little focus thing, and we'll drop down to the board. We'll raise our focus foot, I'm going to just keep it homed right about there. So let's go ahead into light burn, and let's home it again. And let's move to our position. So we're right about there, I'd say. Or maybe up back a little bit further and then over a bit further and up. So we'll set it right about there. So what I'm going to do real quick for in this is again, I'm not totally comfortable with light burn yet. I am watching a lot of tutorial videos, but I'm going to do a material test for now. So we'll do 10 and 10. We'll go from speed. So we'll go from 10 millimeters a second to, well, let's set it up to 300 millimeters a second. Why not? And power from 10% to 100%. This will create a fair bit of smoke. It should. Let's see what this is going to look like. Let's preview that. So that's what we're going to do here. 1020 up to 100 and then 1042. Okay, that's kind of weird, those speed intervals. Let's go ahead and change those speed intervals. Let's go 10 to 300 is if I go 6 or 7. I want to get those even numbers. Nah, whatever. This is just a smoke test for the most part. Okay. So let's go ahead and go okay. Is the vent fanned? Yes, it is. Is there a fan on the vent? Yes, it is. There is a, if you kind of look, if I switch to this camera, you can kind of see there's a blower right here. Okay, there's a blower in it. The fan's not in it. There's a blower which should suck all the smoke out the window up here. Yeah, okay. So back here, so we're going to go okay for that. Let's frame and see how this frames. So let's switch back over to this guy. Let's frame and make sure we're going to hit the board. Oops, I can't frame yet. Frame, there we go. It's not going to be a huge area. Okay, just going to move the board down a bit. I haven't got anything positioned for anything yet. This is just so I can get a burn going and smoke. So we're going to go in the middle of the board, middle of the laser, so that we can kind of see if the smoke sucks from everywhere. There we go. So we're going to hit our board. We know it's focused. We're good. Smoke show. Okay, so we're ready to start. So we're going to close this. Okay. Close this over. Let's see if I can get a camera. Now, let's see if I can get this camera to actually look straight down in here. There's a lot of reflection, but you can kind of see. And if I focus that, you should be able to focus. If I focus right on the tool head there we go. Okay. But for now, we'll just use this camera. Now, what I'm going to do is turn the fan on full. Okay. That fan is now running, sucking air out to my window. And we are going to start. Okay, so we're burning. Now I'm going to get my glasses, even though we have laser safe glass on here on this enclosure, it's always recommended, and I'm going to be safety, that we always wear our glasses as well. So let's put this on. Let's go ahead and look in there. Oh, it's really dark with these glasses on. So, but actually, if I take them off, it's not bad, I suppose, because I am still looking through two layers, actually. You have the layer that's surrounding the laser, and then you have the layer in the enclosure. Now, I can't even smell. Now I want to see, number one, is it going to vent? And don't forget your honeycomb bed. Don't want to burn through. Yes, yeah. When I do cut tests, John, for sure. I have the honeycomb bed. It's up in the garage right now with the atom stack laser. So there's two things I really want to test here. Is number one, is it venting the smoke outside? Number two, if it's venting outside, can I still smell anything in here? Apparently, depending on the setup, depending on the strength of your blower, etc., you shouldn't smell much in here. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. So let's go ahead and go back to this. See if it's actually burning anything. It's It's really actually hard to see anything through the double layers when I look through, so I'm not going to worry about looking through right now. I'm going to trust it's burning. The laser is firing. I did do the focus. It is firing, and is it going to be smoking? That's the question. Can I smell anything through the enclosure? So far, I can't smell a thing. Well, because I stuck my head down in the enclosure. I can smell a little bit now, but nothing, no smoke coming into the room. Okay. I'm going to just peek up at the, let's put this down out of the way. I'm just going to grab on my stool here and peek up at the hose going out the window. Oh, there is. So what's happening here? Oh, yeah. I can definitely smell the smoke coming out of the hose. But what's happening here is there's a little bit of a wind, and it's blowing back in the window, which is why I need to put a window insert in there. But for the most part, I don't smell much. And there's no smoke filling the room, which is the key thing. We don't want smoke filling the room. There are intakes. There are intakes. Yes. Right over, if I tilt this camera really quick, right along the bottom, right here, is one long air intake that sucks the air in from the bottom. And they smartly put it along the bottom, because if you put it on the top, the smoke is rising and then smoke would come out. But on the bottom, chances of smoke coming out of there are next to nil. So yeah, we have intake there to even the pressure out. There we go. Now you can kind of see it burning. There we go. Doing its thing. And there is an image happening. It is a burn test pattern. So I can smell a little bit. But again, the window over here to my left, the window over here to my left is, I don't have an insert in there yet, and there's a little bit of a wind coming back in from the weather. I can't control the weather. So, but it's not blowing any smoke back in, but I think it's blowing a tiny little bit of the smell back in, if that makes sense. Well, we're getting a burn pattern there for sure. Is it doing a fill or is it doing an outline? Almost looks like it's just doing an outline. It doesn't matter. I just wanted to generate smoke. And then I will check upstairs and say, hey, honey, Ethan, do you guys smell any smoke? But the idea is that I can burn stuff in here throughout the winter without having to go outside. We're finished already. So that obviously didn't do what I wanted it to do. But that's okay. Because it didn't do any fills. It just did an outline. Now, did I maybe set something wrong? That's okay. So I'm going to open this up. Okay. So yeah, it didn't do, something didn't happen at all. Maybe I'm not focused properly. But it didn't do what I wanted it to do, what I was hoping it would do. So I obviously got something set wrong here. So let's try something else. As I say, I'm not 100% familiar with his pizza here yet. No, I'm not 100% familiar with Lightburn. So maybe my speeds were too fast. I don't know. Edit material setting. Oh, maybe I didn't have the right materials. Constant power mode. Oh, it's because I said I had air assist and I don't have air assist on yet. Okay, see, I got some bunch of things wrong here. I haven't, again, I just installed Lightburn, updated it, and I haven't really done any settings. Let's go in here. I'm not 100% familiar with Lightburn, but I just want to burn something that's actually going to put a a burn in something. So if I go ahead and just type out and I got to get familiar with all the speeds and temperatures and powers, et cetera, et cetera. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and make that a fill. Yeah, it's not even showing as a fill. See, I got to set all the, I've got to do a lot of, did I set it to diode under system preferences? Oh, maybe not. Let's just double check. That's going to be under here, right? Diode, millimeters per second, millimeters per minute, I guess either way. That's just to do with units though, and I kind of like the millimeters per second. Oh, okay, air assist won't matter. So there, that doesn't matter as far as this is just units, but is there somewhere that I actually have to tell it on what kind of a device? So go to Window and select Preview to see the toolpath before you start. Yeah, devices. I think everything is. Yeah, this knows, it should know it's diode there, but what did I miss? Did I miss any settings under the tools? Let's see. As I say, I am just really learning Lightburn because I'm just starting to get into doing a lot of laser. How did that turn upside down? I have no idea. Oh man, XTool has material guide. Yeah, I should download the XTool as well. I wonder maybe let's look at that real quick. I'm not in a rush if you guys aren't in a rush. I got about another half hour or so before I want to go back upstairs. So let's see under XTool. Do we have, can I get to that software from here? XTool. Okay, let's find their software. Where is it? Well, let's go back to their homepage. It's on their website, yeah. Software, here we go. XTool Creative Space. Let's download, and we're doing it for Windows. There we go. And never miss a sale. I already said allow. I already get promotions from you guys. Okay, and we're just downloading. Not software? Oh, the material guide. Oh, okay. I want to do this. I want to do a Creative Space as well anyways. Oh, you're saying there's a material guide. Okay, under tools. Let me look for that as well. Under support, machine compass, track my order, material settings. Oh, there we are. Okay, I didn't know that. Okay, perfect. Oh, okay. Bass plywood, basswood. Is that what I've got on here? What kind of wood? I just have basically I just have maple plywood. Or is it walnut? No, I think it's maple. But I can go with the, probably go with the walnut. I'll just go with the basswood setting. And it is, how thick is that stuff? It's half inch. So that's going to be what? Half inch is what? 6 millimeters? What do you say? What do you say? Yeah. Okay. We'll just want to get a burn out of this is all I want to do. No, half inch is 12 millimeter. 12 millimeters, but I don't want to cut through it. I'm not trying to cut right now. Just trying to get some smoke going. Okay. Okay, so 12 millimeter. This is all just, there we go, 15 basswood plywood, vector engrave cut. Okay, we want to engrave. So you're looking at 20 and 40. That's a 40 watt. 20 watt. D1 Pro 20 watt. Oh, it doesn't matter. I'm going to go with 20 watt cut. Raster engrave, cut, vector engrave right there. Speed of 80, power of 60. Power percent, 80%, 60 speed, 1 pass. Any hardwood will work. Okay, let's go walnut then. Vector engrave, raster engrave. Engraved, that's 10 watt, 10 watt, 10 watt, 20 watt. We're just going to go with 80 power, 60 speed, 1 pass. 80 power, 60 speed, 1 pass. Let's just see what happens here. I just want some text. I just want some text. Let's do my name. Let's do that. Let's make it a little bulkier font. Let's go Arial bold. Arial, let's go Astro. Let's do Astro space just for Astro. And we're going to fill it. And it was 80 and 6. So we were 80 for power. Speed was 60, I believe. And the power was 80. And we're at 1 pass. We don't have air assist right now. Number of passes 1. I think that said speed 60. Let's just double check because you know me. Power and speed 80 and 60. Yeah, okay. 80 and 60. So we're at 60 for speed, 80 for power. Okay. Let's frame and make sure we're in frame. Where'd I put that camera now? Oh, right here. There we are. Let's frame that. Make sure. Okay. Oh, it is not communicating with my printer. What? Now my computer's froze. What the heck? Come on. Come on. Computer's froze up now. I got that stupid spinny wheel. Look at this. Look at this. Come on. What's going on? Oh, gotta love it, right? Not responding. Okay, well, let's close it. Let's start it again. Annoying. Yeah, let's load the backup. Where is it? Yeah, look at that. Look at that backup that loaded. Okay, we're going to select the printer. Home. There, now it's working. Okay. Didn't like something I did. Type my name again. We're going to go Astro for the font. Let's just do Arial black. I don't care. Okay. Let's go ahead and frame it. Okay. Move it down here so I don't interfere with the other stuff that's on there. That's good enough. Okay, let's close the lid. And is my fan still on? Yeah, I didn't turn it off. So my sucker is still on. And we are going to go solid, even though it's not showing. I just want to make sure that I do have fill. I do have fill, but obviously I've got to set my settings in here so it shows fill when I select fill. So let's go ahead and start. Okay, now we should get a burn. Now we should get some real smoke going. Yeah, we're getting some burning now. Good. Okay, so I can smell it, which is okay, as long as I can't see it. But again, that wind, there's wind coming in that darn window. Yeah. I'm going to stretch this out a bit more. There, so it blows out a little further. Yeah, so I definitely need to put an insert in my window to prevent the wind from blowing it back in. But let's see, the chamber. Not a lot of smoke coming out of the chamber itself. Yeah, I don't think you'll ever not smell smoke. I agree with you, Happy. Definitely. And I don't mind. The smell of smoke is fine as long as it's not going to wave through the whole house. But the thing is, we want to prevent the smoke filling the room and setting off any detectors, and the smoke would get all over everything. But the smell, I mean, yeah, you're probably not going to prevent the smell unless you have a really good airtight enclosure. But the thing is, there's no smell. So if I go ahead and like here, there's no, like even on the intake here, there's no smell coming from the enclosure itself. There's no smell coming from the enclosure itself. The smell is blowing back in the window right here. So what I need to do, as I say, is I got to do a cutout for the window with an insert so that, and then when I close it off, when I close it off, there's nothing going to blow back in. Because as I say, you can kind of see the window up here now. I just don't have it done the way it should be. So right there, see, all I have is the hose sticking out that little crack in the open window, but the wind outside is coming in because there's some negative pressure coming, I guess, whatever you call it. So it's blowing the smell back in a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put an insert so that I can have an insert in there with the hose going into the insert, and then shut the window on the insert, so that'll prevent any blowback, if that makes any sense. So I think y'all know what I'm talking about. Oh, my laser's not focused properly. Ah, there we go. So it's definitely burning. It's probably a little bit dark. I probably could have sped it up. Actually, I think you can speed this up on the go, if I'm not mistaken, because it's burning really dark. I think I set it for hardwood, and it's not hardwood. Yeah, I've got some, I've got some coroplast. I'm going to cut out a piece of coroplast for the time being until I get an actual piece of, I'm going to put a piece of aluminum composite and cut it to fit there. I just have to measure the window and cut the material at my office. But yeah, I have some coroplast I can do for now, but smells not nearly as bad as if I didn't have an enclosure at all. Portable air conditioner hose, yeah. Adjustable and can be found on, oh, okay, yeah, okay. I have one upstairs with one of my portable air conditioners, but you know what? For what it's going to take me now, I've already got the one piece designed and printed for the outtake, so it should be okay. It's going to be great though. Like I'm impressed that there's no smell coming from the actual enclosure. It's doing what it's supposed to do, but that burn is way too dark. So I think in light burn, I thought somewhere I was under the impression that I could actually go in here, click something, and speed it up while it's running. Let's just see. It's supposed to be able to increase the speed while it's burning. If I go to move, no. Console, no. Variable text, no. Cut layers. Maybe not. Maybe that was XTool. Amazon. But that's okay. Even if it's burning too dark, I don't care. It's giving it a really, really good smoke test. And so far, if you look over the thing, there's no, like, I don't see smoke at all. Like, there's no discolor. So that little blower is doing what it's supposed to do. That is awesome. But yeah, that's Now I could put air assist on there and clean off some of that charring, but I think I would not normally burn this dark on this wood. But let me just check. I know for a fact somewhere I saw optimization settings. Nope. Oh yeah, I can actually feel the wind. I can actually feel the wind now coming in the window. Like we've got a breeze outside, and I can smell the smoke coming in. So that's where it's coming from. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So this enclosure, so far, excellent. I will know better once I get that window insert made and prevent the blowback. A vent fan to the window mount. Yeah, it doesn't hurt to add a second fan in there, right? Like, why not? But this fan is blowing pretty good. That's an window. Andrew Humphrey, I can always count on you for a home run. Okay, it's 1 hour burn. This says it's going to be a 1 hour burn. Did I have it set for more than one pass? Oh, I had it set for 3 passes for some reason. Okay, should only be 1 pass. And I wish I could speed it up. No. Oh, there it is. I think I can speed it right here. Oh, you know why? For some reason, it's set. Need a Mike Holmes install. Yeah. I thought I only sent 1 pass too. It's just probably me not knowing what I'm doing. Anyways, I'm going to stop it. We're going to stop it because I don't want to sit here for an hour while it does 3 passes, and it's created enough smoke to basically do the test I wanted it to do. And now I'm just going to leave this closed for a minute. You can see there's not a lot of smoke in here, at least you don't see. And I'm just going to let that vent out a little bit more before I open it. And then we'll open it up and I'll see how bad the smell is when I open it. And I'll see what the burn, I mean, that's burned way too dark. I need to just get more, and I'm kind of rushing it tonight a little bit too. But I need to get a little bit more, sit down with Lightburn and do my Lightburn learning a little bit more. And I'm actually going to put in the XTool software as well. And that way I can make some adjustments on the laser. So, oh look, I have my cool laser glasses here. Ooh. Anyways, let's go ahead and open it up now. You have the extension kit. Oh, cool. Get some steak, put it in the smoke steak. Andrew. Okay, let's open it up. Okay, opening it up. There is no strong smell coming out. Whew. No, that's excellent. I mean, there's no stink at all coming out of this thing. Like, that's awesome. So let's move this camera out of the way. And guys, this laser is pretty powerful. 80%. Wait till you see what it did. I'm surprised it didn't go through my board, but holy crap. No wonder. This is something I would have wanted the air assist on for. Look what it did. It actually burned about, if you can see, that burned about 5 millimeters deep into this wood. It's at least 5 millimeters deep, if not a little bit deeper. Like, holy crap. Like, here's our little tool. Look. Oh, hang on. I mean, that burned at least a good 5 millimeters down. So, wow. Okay, and no wonder it was taking so long. So yeah, just for lightly engraving, that was a little bit overkill. There you go. Look at that. So yeah, but the main goal. Whew, I don't mind that smell either. Actually, am I weird? That smells good. Probably not healthy for me though, is it? So the main goal, which we kind of accomplished tonight, was to get this enclosure set up, get it venting out the window, and of course we do have. I can feel the wind coming in the window, but there's hardly any smell. Your first engraving was the same. Well, I'm not, number one, I'm not used to a 20-watt laser. I didn't expect it to burn that deep. I mean, that's incredible. I imagine that on slower speed, 100% power, I could actually cut that wood. So, which is exciting. So, but this is successful. I call this a success, even though I can still smell some. It's just because the windows open and there's actually wind coming in, which is nice because it's a cool breeze. We're going to vent that window. Maybe I'll pop on again tomorrow or the next night or something. What are we at, Thursday already? Is it Thursday today or Friday or Wednesday? I've lost track of where we're at. Holy crap, it's Thursday. Well, maybe Sunday. Maybe Sunday stream I'll devote to doing some laser stuff. Message retracted. I don't know what you said. You retracted a message before I saw it, John. Did you say something nasty? Anyways, the next thing, John, that's the next thing to hook up. There we go. That's next. So then we're going to be off to the races. So what I want to do between now and whenever, and if maybe I'll stream it anyways, because it'll at least give me some content, double the speed. What's John saying there? It'll give me some content, is I want to do my spoil board, and I'm going to be doing one of the Louisiana Hobby Guy's files that I got from his website, and I'm going to be doing a spoil board based on one of his, because I love what he's done, and he knows what he's doing when it comes to lasers. You would double the speed and reduce the power to 40 or 45% for engraving. Oh, for sure, yeah. This piece is just like, I mean, I can see this being useful for some stuff, for doing inserts and stuff, but I mean, incredible. I did not expect I was burning. I had no clue I was burning that deep. Gosh, that I have to, how deep is that? Like I have to check. Accidentally hit enter. I have to check and see how deep that engraved, because that is just mind-boggling to me. You're speaking to a guy coming from a 5-watt laser, guys. So how do I zero? Oh, zero right here. Okay, zero. Okay, I just have to see how deep this is. 3 millimeters. 3 millimeters that burned that deep. So holy crap. And that was only 80% power. And that was at a relatively 60 millimeters per second. So you can slow this thing down to 2 or 3 or 4 at that, and 100 that will cut through this stuff no problem. Holy crap. And then normally I would use air assist on a case like this, and that would prevent all that charring. So the email you sent has a subject line, Andrew sticker merch. Cool. And you sent it to tim@kkp.me, right? tim@kkp.me. So yeah, looking forward to getting the air assist on. So we're going to hopefully between now and then, or maybe even on Sunday's show, as I say, I'm doing all this live stuff and doing it live because I'm too lazy to set up other cameras to record and stuff. And then I'm going to take bits and pieces of this and hopefully make a little video of this. I want to mount that blower, which I can turn off now. Excuse me. There we go. I can turn that blower off now. I want to mount the blower. Hey, I'm here. Look, my eyes are here. Mount the blower, and then I need to mount the air assist thing, et cetera, et cetera. So I need to kind of organize this area over here a little bit. And, we'll get that all figured out. But hey, tonight was a success. This is a success. So let's call this a stream. This is a stream. Okay, guys, thank you so much, everybody, for watching. I've been on for almost 2 hours, which is longer than I wanted to, but we got our enclosure built. We got our air purifier put in there and blah, 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 and it's all done. So we'll do we got some good B-roll stuff from all this. And listen, thank you for hanging out with me. I appreciate you guys. I really do. So we're going to say adios. Everybody be happy. Bring your soup on Sunday. I have a special flavor soup coming on Sunday. And John, thanks again for all your tips and tricks and everything. Andrew, thank you for saving my skin here a couple times. There's people that made suggestions about yada, 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 and I appreciate all your help. And Andrew for the humor. As always, talk to you guys later. Bye for now.